How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all having a fantastic, wonderful day. We're jumping right back here some more hardcore Stoneblock 4. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Boom, boom. How's it going? How's it going? Hope everybody's having a good day. Yoda, how's it going? Alrighty. So at the end of the last stream, and after 48 hours IRL time, we used the fortified containment device. We finally made it, and we used it. And we go back to the quest line. I just want to preface this. To operate a steady supply. Let's see, training gym. We'll need some additional enhancements to survive the particle collision. To survive the particle collision. Right? So you have to make this. You have to use this with this to get this. You have to use this with plutonium to get this. And it took 48 hours to make it. At the end of the stream last night, we fired this thing off. It consumes it. It consumes the device. So, at the end of the last stream, I was like, well, I'm not going to wait another 2 days to make another one. We're going to completely pivot. It does not make sense. The time sink invested into it does not make sense to be losing it every time. So we are actually going to pivot over here into SPS casings. Doom, 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 doom. SDJ, how's it going? Doom, 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 doom. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Thank you for that. Da 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 da. Need to add new ones? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, if you have any ideas, feel free to share. Add a command is adding a command to the Streamlabs bot. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, Okay. I think we are officially at the point where we need to automate plates. Dome, bottom. Shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Doo-doo. When a Pokemon spawns in, you'll do exclamation mark catch. Do-dum, dum, do-dum. Steel plates, invar plates. Copper plates, iron plates, lead plates. Allow list. So, Dome, dome, dome. Nice, you got a masquerade. Very good. SDJ, I don't know if you caught up with the VOD. Or my little speech this morning, but after, you know, 48 IRL hours of making this deal, I went and used it, and we got our antimatter fragment, and it consumes the item. So that was a big waste of time. I mean, it made this. We made the antimatter fragment. But it consumes it. So I would have to go through and make the freaking thing all over again. This you use to make antimatter. And we need where's my, we need 10,000 to get unlimited. Yeah, we don't even have enough to make a pellet, and so you would have to have 2 fragments to make 1 pellet. So you'd have to do this twice to make the black hole, essentially. You have to do this twice to make the black hole. In the early game, you're literally breaking stone with your fist in the early game. That's the first step in the pack after creating your world. I don't know. Maybe the goal is to escape? I don't know. Haven't got that far yet. Okay, so I have no idea. No idea. Empowered void block. We do have that auto craftable. Let me just get some coal. Dome. Doom. Alright, now.
Life gives.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Go for the gold. Do 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 do. There we go. Made Rust base, obnoxiously huge. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I've never played Rust myself. Not really my style. Bronze. Start and start. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Very nice. Neutron activator. 24 carbon plate blocks. Boom. Boom. Weird internet dropout for a second there. Hopefully we're still good. Still alive. Carbon plane block. Whisper glass. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I literally watched the... I watched the internet go out, and then it came back. Really fast. Doom, 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 doom. Empowered Void Crystal. Doom. Doom, doom. Reflector. Do 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 do. And heat vent. Do 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 do. So gives you a start to work with, but now we will need to activate it. The neutron activator is a multi-block machine that is used for this purpose. This machine requires heat to simulate the power of the sun, missing in the stone world. It can convert nuclear waste into polonium and lithium into tritium when powered with a single neutron pile. Has a built-in structure preview function that allows you to see where the blocks should be placed in the world to access this. Dome. Dome. Final structure should look like the picture below, with 2 whisper glass on each of the 4 walls. The reactor reflector one up from the bottom middle block, the reactor vent on top. Okay, so it just wants us to build it. Doom. Doom. I could have swore I do. I have a multi-block. This guy. Doom. Doom. Da-dum. There it goes. Doom. Let's see, am I making... There's polonium. Nuclear waste. So we do have to put heat in. Okay. Doo-doom. Doo-doom. Doom, doom, dome, dome. Dome. Dome, dome. Okay, that works. Okay. So nuclear waste. And then we need piles. Dum, dum, dum. Uh, 0.5, we're still losing. Point 2, we're fine. 0.3, we're still losing. So right now we can only do 0.2. But don't worry, I have a solution for that. I have a solution for that. Doom. Doom. All we need to do is pop over here. Doo-doo. Doom, 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 doom. Because I don't have any more, right? Did he? No. Dome. 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 Doom. Okay. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do. All right, we have 2 more pitcher plants. Do do do. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Do 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 doom, doom, doom. Okay, so now point 3. Point 3 is fine. Point 4. Point 4 is fine. 1. 1 is not fine. Point 5. Point 5 is fine. Point 6. Point 6 is fine. Point 7. Still fine. Keep getting a Twitch error. Everything's looking fine on my end now. Because of your internet. Point 8. Point 7. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. Sip of coffee. Boom. Boom. Do 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 do. Dome, 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 dum dum. Do 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 do. Not like we really need this power in either, but I was hoping we were going to get more than 8K from it. This is our actual goal. This is our actual goal. Dum, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dome, dome. If we want more water, we can burn faster. If we pump more water, we can burn faster. Dome, dome. 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 Let's see, one more full flower. How much more does that give us? .8. It's fine. 0.9. Still fine. 1. We can handle 1. Oh, 1 is our current max because of the size. Now, are we keeping up with production? Maybe, possibly, seems like it. Plutonium pellet. Now it gives a full bucket of waste. Dodum, 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 dodum. Pressurized tube. Bum 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 bum. We'll have to see if this actually uses the neutron piles. Okay, now we want to make sure that okay. Okay. Nice. This is making polonium. Pressurized reaction chamber. Doom. Input. Oh, we also need water into this. We can output water. Okay, that's fine. Doom. Input left. Input right. Output for chemicals. Gonna be top. And items is also going to be left. Exporter and fluoride dust. Water and fluoride. Fluoride dust. Cable. Doom da dum do dum. Polonium. It is consuming the neutron piles. Doom. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Polonium. Okay, we are gonna need another barrel. Or 4. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum. Oh, interesting. For some reason, this guy's taking the priority. Dum dum dum. Dum dum. Boom ba-dum ba-dum. Items. Output eject. Dome. No. No, I don't want my drawer here. I want an importer. Dome. Dome. Okay, so any polonium will be automatically brought into the system. Same thing with that guy. Okay, so we're gonna need to set up a drawer for substrate. Da-da. Da-da-da. Do-do-dum-dum. 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 This will just ensure that all of our machines, for the most part, will stay running. It won't run out of what they need. Sulfur's questionable. Although there's a sulfur chicken if we have not made one already. Dome, dome. Dome, 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 dome. Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Feel free to grab something to drink. Grab yourself a snack. I'll be right back. Alright, folks, let's get back in here. Bodo, bodo, do. Do, 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 do. Boom. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Do, 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 do. Alright, let's see here. I want to do a test. Do, 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 do. So first of all, oh, I never set up a drawer for the plutonium, but we're not actually making plutonium right now because we don't have enough. Let's set a drawer up for that. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Two more drawers. Polonium. Plutonium. There we go. Alright, and then here's my test. My test is if I scram that. Yeah, everything just stops running, but there's no catastrophic things that are happening. The only other thing, okay, so then, all right, so then if I do this, off, turn that off, this backs up on fissile fuel, good. Then we can activate again. And then it's gonna pull from here. Okay, we're gonna let this run. I want this to empty, so we make this a little bit bigger so we can actually burn more faster. Because ideally, we would have this large enough and fast enough to where we're making both of these at the same time. Right now, we can only support one recipe at a time. Dome, dome. Dome. So we just gotta burn through this backlog. Dome, dome, dome. So everything no, not this. Okay, this is not chunk loaded. This is also not chunk loaded. Okay, so what I also want to do is come in here. Do that. This is force loaded. Do, do, do. Okay, this whole setup is now force loaded. Doom. Do do do. Do do do. Yeah, because we're gonna need quite a bit of that. Quite a bit of that. Do do do. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Boom. Large amounts of polonium. Doom, doo, doo, doom. Right. So yeah, when we get here, we're just feeding the polonium straight in, which is no problem. Doom, doo, doo, doo. Yeah, the biggest thing right now is just getting the backlog nuclear waste so we can make that bigger so we can burn faster. Doom. Do 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 boom ba ba dum. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I am curious. Yeah, we're still at 3 billion. Dome, 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 dome. Doom, doo, doom. Doom, doo, doom. Boom, boom, ba-dum. Doom, doo, doom. Doom. Doom, doo, doom. Doom, doo, doom. Doom, doo, doom. Doom, doom, da 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 dum. Do 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 do. Dum do dum. I'm debating whether or not to try to do a watch a flowing time in here. I don't know what would happen. If it blows up, it radiates the whole area, which could be bad. Bad to our health. But I'm also curious, like, if I... No, there is no way to turn this off. I mean, maybe disconnecting this. That seems to have done that safely, and then we just wait for this to run out. Okay. So just wait for this guy to run out. Dome. 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 So when it runs out, we can tear it down, make it bigger. Dome, dome, dome. Dome. Do, 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 dome. Dome. Boom, boom. Double the size should be double the burn rate. I still don't even know if that would be enough, though. I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to need to fully saturate both of these machines. But it may just be a situation where we get enough of one and then we just turn off the other one. But we definitely want to be doing this faster than what we're currently at. Dodo. 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 Currently at 6 polonium. Dodo. 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 Da 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 da. Dodo, 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 dodo. Whatever happened to our hazmat suit? It's there. Bottom, 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 da 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 da. Dodo. Dodo, do, bottom, 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 bottom. Dodo, 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 dum, 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 dum. Dodo, 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 bottom, 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 bottom. Dome, dome. Only 3.2 buckets left. Dodo, dodo, dodo. We will have to figure out. We're gonna need more pitcher plants, essentially, is what's gonna happen. Bottom. 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 But yeah, even at 2 millibuckets, we'll be making up all this twice as fast. We have direct numbers that we can correlate to here. You got yourself a knockoff brand pot noodle. Pot noodle, is that like instant noodles? Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I would not be using the chili sauce. Doom, doom. There you go. I removed your timeout. Doom, doom. Do not use entire package. Nice. Doom, doom. Yeah, I do not handle spicy food at all. I actually have a slight allergy to capsaicin. For sure, for sure. But yeah, a pot noodle, is that like the instant noodles that come in the thing? In a pot, just add kettle water, right. They come in like the circular, things. Containers. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah. There it goes. Alright, fuel tank is empty. Coolant is empty. Waste is empty. This line is empty. This is turned off. We just gotta be careful not to break that. For sure. Definitely not healthy. A lot of sodium in that, but I get your point. Okay, this should be safe. I verified everything here. This is disconnected. Spicy. Yeah. Alright, so we were doing all that with one control rod and one fuel assembly. So in theory, all we should have to do is add in another fuel assembly, or 3, to get 3 times the capacity. And, well, capacity is one thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that we'll be able to burn it 3 times faster, I guess. So there's our control rod. So all we should have to do, let's just go as tall as we can, I guess. Let's get more of those. Is Jollibee like Philippine cuisine, or is it just your take on American cuisine? Jollibee is definitely Philippine based cuisine, but what I have noticed is they like to take inspiration from other countries' dishes as well. So, kind of a mixture. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. Chicken burger, cheesy chips, and a chicken strip. The cheesy fries is not a thing here. And chicken strips are not a thing here. They have a chicken burger, but like I was saying before, the chicken burger varies depending on location. Like different countries have different versions of the chicken burger. Yes. For the most part, yes. For the most part, yes. Oh, 20 is not going to be enough. Give me another 20 on top of that. It all depends on the day. For me, it depends on the day, what I'm in the mood for. I like their spaghetti. I like their chicken burger. They have, they don't call them chicken burgers. They call them crunchy chicken burgers or something like that. Here they have different flavors of like a chili cheese chicken burger, a ranch chicken burger, and a barbecue chicken burger. I like their burgers like that. But it's literally just like a chicken fillet on bread with the sauce. Or not a chicken fillet, a chicken patty. You know, a processed chicken amalgamation, basically. Some days I get their burgers, some days, yeah, it all depends. Just depends what I'm in the mood for that day. Alright, now we gotta test because we're gonna have to do a fair bit of testing here. No. Nope. No kebabs. Doo-doo. We're also gonna have to check our Steam throughput as well. So now it's at a 1 burn rate. So it should be exactly the same as it was before. Can I do a 1.2? We cannot handle the water for a 1.2. What about a 1.1? No, no. That was almost bad. We cannot handle 1.1 either. Oh, it's got to fill its buffer. It's got to fill its buffer because it accidentally went to 11 for a second there. Dome. UK has the best kebab rye with turkey. So, like, kebab on rye bread with turkey? Oh. Tied with turkey. Got it. Now we gotta wait for this to fill up so I can do more testing. That's annoying. That's annoying. But we can keep reducing in the meantime. No reason not to. Total. You ever had a garlic kebab and chip wrap at 2 a.m.? When I was in Australia for a month, I did something similar. Yeah. Doodle. Doodle. Dom dom doodle. Dom. Dom. Doodle. Dom dom dom. You guys wanted to live in Australia or Canada? What's the phrase? The grass isn't always greener on the other side. A lot of people think they want change and they want to go somewhere else, and then they get there and they're like, oh, this place has its problems as well. I guess that's kind of the big thing, right? Every place has its own problems. A mechanic. I come from a mechanical background and family. I have some mechanical knowledge, but I would never claim to be a mechanic. I find myself a lot better behind computer stuff. Networking, physical PCs. Like, for instance, this machine I could have built myself. I feel like I easily could have built it myself. Saved 30 bucks. Saved the 30 bucks charge. But with my back issues and everything, I was like, 30 bucks and I get to watch it rather than me do it. So I just paid the 30 bucks. Doodle, 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 doodle. Doodle, doodle. Yeah, I spent some time there. Their culture is definitely very strong. Very strong and bold. But I mean, by mechanics you mean car mechanics? Yeah. Yeah, I come from a car mechanical background. My grandpa who passed away this year, he was a machinist. So he took engines apart, and then reboard them out, and then put them back together. He had his own business that he was doing that, and that's basically what he did his whole life. Bottom, 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 bum, bum, bum. And then my dad's pretty mechanically inclined as well when it comes to vehicles. Do 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 do. Do do bottom bottom. That would print the Do 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 do. Became a bus driver. Yeah. Doom doom. do. It's insane to me that with 4 flowers, it's still taking that long to put water in this thing. It's got to be the valve, right? There's no way. I mean, I guess not, because the pipe is empty. I guess it is the pipe. My career training is in network engineering. So when I'm not doing this, so normally after my morning stream, I'm taking a course to get certified in my job, basically. You know, I did my job for 6 years for the military, but I'm getting a piece of paper that says, hey, I can do this, you know? That not only is it my job and training, it's also my passion. I absolutely love doing networking. It is so much fun for me. It's basically like a puzzle, right? How do I make the data go from here to here in the most efficient way possible with mitigating security risks and all that. It's absolutely a blast for me. Not everybody feels the same. Not everybody feels the same, but for me, I enjoy it. When otherwise, I also like the game called Magic the Gathering. The problem with that is ever since I moved here from the military base I was at, I don't have anybody to play with anymore for that. Minecraft but real life? Yeah, kinda, yeah. It's a lot of iOS coding and stuff. There's actually a program that Cisco owns like 90% of the world's networking, right? It might be a little less now. About 5 years ago, the stat was 90% of the world is ran by Cisco, as far as the internet goes. But so they also have this little program that you can put on your computer, and it's a simulated environment with routers, switches, and all that stuff. And you can make out like your own network and do the configurations and all that stuff. It's kind of fun. Very nice. Percent of knowledge on the game you play. Very nice. But yeah, like part of my coursework is using this program and making these configurations and just doing it. I can bowl it up. Doom, doom. Since we're waiting anyway for the tanks to fill. File open. Coffee house open. So this guy here. This is essentially the course that I'm in. This is the network that we're currently building out. So you have some servers here. You have wireless access point, computer, switch, router. This is supposed to simulate the internet. It says public internet. Router, switch, computer. With spanning tree protocol to where you don't have loops going on in here. The downside with this is it is a program. So there are bugs that happen. Like for instance, spanning tree, the way the spanning tree works is the links get turned off and on in order to prevent this switch from going to here, to here, back to this switch. That's why the link is orange. It means it's turned off. it's in a fallback state where if it needs to, it can come back up. But yeah, for a while there, when I first set this up, because of the simulated environment, this thing, the spanning tree area here, was not working. And then essentially the idea here is this whole area here is like your district offices. So your main hub, and then this, everything here, everything past this red line, I can't get, anyway, everything over here is one coffee shop, is the idea. But yeah, this is all simulated. I have real equipment that I actually run in my house. I have 2 layer 2 switches, which is all like layer 3 switch deals with the IP addressing. Layer 2 deals with just your MAC addresses, so it's more, it's not as smart, basically, is how I would explain it. Your layer 2 switch isn't as smart as your layer 3 switch. Your layer 3 switch can be a router. But yeah, I have 2 layer 2s for the 3rd floor, 2nd floor. The 1st floor has a layer 3 switch, and then the layer 3 switch is handling all of the, like, the Wi-Fi network, the wired network, all this. It like segments out all the different networks, and then it deals with the routing between those networks, and then I have a security gateway past that, which has its own firewall and all that. And then from the security gateway into the internet, into the ISP router, into the internet. Why don't you just connect to the internet? What do you mean? Everything I just described, the end goal connects to the internet. Boom, 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 boom. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 da 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 da, doom. Doom. One thing too. Connect on your phone instead of doing all that. We still have wired devices that even, I'm assuming you're saying like use the Wi-Fi, connect my phone to the Wi-Fi and then tether it to the machines. We still have wired devices in here that need wired access, basically. And for streaming purposes, you want a wired connection for the stability. Do-dum. Dum. Do-dum. And then also, I didn't show you this, but we can go in here to, let's say, this switch. So you click it, it shows you the physical switch. You pull up the CLI, that's command line interface. And then you can go in here. And put in configurations. I don't know how well you can see, and I don't know if there's a way to zoom in or not. I can zoom in there. Can I zoom in here? That doesn't, attributes? I bet there is a way to make this bigger. I don't know how to do it. I don't think you can see that well. But yeah, basically, it's basically command line interface, and there's a bunch of configurations for every port. Yeah. It's not real, but it's good enough for what it is. Good enough for what it is. This thing's still filling up? Crazy. Let's go grab... Yes, sir, wandering trader. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Where are you at? Where are you hiding? You're over in the farm. No? Where are you? Oh, you're above here. You're up here, yep. Dome. Thank you very much for your pitcher plant. Dome. All which farms for? Like this? Like what I'm doing here? This game? I don't know. I don't know what the end game is. I don't know if we're escaping. I don't know. We'll find that out together. Making farms. I'm a little confused. Little confused. Oh, in this area here, I can show you. I can show you. Essentially, all of these are just producing, you know, water. Just in the whole world. This is getting pumpkins to make biomass. This is crafting different things. So this is basically all crafting of different things. This is our mob farm for power. This is just various things we needed at different times. To make different things. Like, sometimes we need potatoes, sometimes we need beetroots, sometimes we need string. Sugarcane, this is a cactus. This is source. These here automate resources such as these, but we haven't needed them for a while because we started getting into the chickens, which automatically make better resources or a processed. This here is basically a way of duplicating something that you have. You feed it red matter or whatever matter type that you need, and you can convert into different things. These we needed at some point. I don't think we need them right now. Same thing here. This is our neutrons, so this is where we're getting our neutrons from with these guys. You already watched all of this. This was annoying, and at this point completely useless. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. Draconic. Just basically going through all the different mods. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom. And then last stream I made the fluid cows to test that out to see if you can get a bunch of different fluid cows, and you can. Doom. But then basically doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I think the overall goal is just rebuilding the world engine, but I'm assuming that will generate get us back to the overworld. I don't know. I don't know what happens if we fully build that up. Alright, is this finally full? Looks like it. Now we can start playing with this again. Alright, 1.2. Completely fine. 1.3. Let's do 1.4. Still fine. 1.5. 1.6 is too much. 1.5 is just barely okay. So by scaling this up, we managed to get another half bucket, essentially, of throughput. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. But really, it's just down to, at this point, not only building this up, but adding flowers. Yeah, at this point, it'd be the flowers that's our bottleneck. Huh. I'm wondering if there's a better way. Because we have the infinite water here. It's just about getting the infinite water into there. Because, I mean, yes, we keep scaling those up, but there's got to be a better water transfer way. So the best you can get from pipes is the ultimate. What about a Tesseract? It is 9:51 a.m. for me. Molten Ender. Yes. Doom. Yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah, because that's how it works. Okay, let me get a crafter. Sure, an iron crafter is fine. Give me a drawer. Fluid drawer. Boom. Said the flight was quicker by an hour because of the time difference. Yes. Casting basin. Tap. Doom. 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 We leave here on plane at 9, get there at 12. And then left there at 9, got home at... That's funny. That's funny. So 900 equals 1 Tesseract. Doo-doo. 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 Ah. There we go. There it is. Doom, 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 doom. All right, let's see now if this is faster. Turn that off for now. Create water. Now I don't know if so it doesn't look like these can. Try something else here. Doom, 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 doom. North. South. Doom. Pusher. Puller. So we're gonna push to the east. We're gonna pull from the top. That still only looks like one bucket a second. Or 1 bucket a tick, basically, or something like that. So that seems slower. Dome. Dome. What about modular routers? That's immersive. Give me one more. Okay. Modules. Fluid module Mark II. Puller. Cinder. Might be wrong, but I think that's all we need. Another right crafter. Alright, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break before we grab something to drink. Grab yourself a snack. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump back in here. Doom doo doo doom doo doo doom doo. Got a crafter, nice. Alright, can I get I think we need... Yeah, we need a puller as well. Oh, we have the... Oh, okay. We have the puller, we do not have the cinders. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Mark 2. And... Mark 1. There we go. Give me at modular a Cinder 2 Cinder Mark 3s. And there's no. Okay. Fullers. Dome. 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 Fluid. And I think we'll need this guy as well. Dome. 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 Do 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 do. Do 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 do. How do I adjust it? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Cinder. Fluid. I might have to pull these out to configure them. Yes. Okay, so we want do 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 do. Okay, so we need sugarcane. Kind of knew that was gonna happen. Give me this. Try that. Oh, we're gonna need a lot. Gonna need a lot. Boom. Okay. Doom. Ah, okay. But then middle click doesn't work. Sync right click in the inventory to set target. Sync right click any non-inventory to clear target. Okay. Do, 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 do. So sender. Do, do, do. Sender. Except for that doesn't work. Because you can't, that doesn't count as an inventory. What about, nope. Doom, 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 doom. That doesn't work either. What about doom, 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 doom. So we're sending to here. This should be sending to there. Do, 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 do. So we have the pull. We have the send. Do, 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 do. Nope. Nope. What about Doom? Do-dum. 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 Ba-da. So we have fluid module, cinder, Da-dum, dum. Is there a tank upgrade or something I need? Do, 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 do. Ba-dum. Dome, da-dum. Dome. This module can transfer fluids into or out of the router if it has a fluid containing item in the buffer. However, this module can also target more distant locations. Any block with the middle to set its target. Note that the target block does not necessarily need to be a fluid tank. If you break the block after setting the module will be able to empty a bucket of fluid into the world at that location. Can't handle fluids directly. They don't have an internal tank. They can manipulate fluids if there's a single fluid container item in the buffer. This includes buckets and any fluid containers added by other mods. Okay. So, Dome, 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 dome. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Bucket, whitelist. Doom, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So then, do, do, do. Do, do. Do do. Do do. Do do do. Okay, we're getting closer here. Do do do. Okay, we can't. Okay. Do-do. 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 Okay, maybe buckets themselves don't work then? Do-do. Transfer direct to means the router will try to pull fluids from an adjacent block, either a fluid. Oh, it has to be adjacent. Do, do, do. Nope. Transfer wrong. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Let's do. Let's try his tank. Da, 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 da. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, that one works. Cinder. Oh, that's right, that's right. This needs to be that. That's up there. Okay, no, we do want this to be empty. We only want to send... But it's not going in here at all. Because we need another cinder, I think. We need another cinder. Pull this. Yep. Telling it to send There we go. Doesn't seem to actually be working. And it definitely does not seem faster. That's... Okay, so if modular routers aren't it, We can try inner tanks. So it doesn't seem like it can pull water. I'm trying to see if it's going to tell me anything about water transfer rates. Maybe one of those. Input there. Frequency owner. Can this not pull? Maybe it can. Do 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 do. Do do do. We'd still be limited by the transfer rate of these pipes. Maybe laser IO. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do. 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 Laser node. Okay. Let's grab 2 fluid cards. Doom doom. Do-do. 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 Okay, that does work. Do-do. 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 Surely each valve isn't limited to one millibucket. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. No, I don't think it's no, it's not it's definitely this. It's definitely this guy, that's the problem. Node overclocker. Seemed to work. I don't know how many node overclockers we can put in there. Maybe I'll do it to this as well. Yeah, 8's the max. What if I just added more fluid cards? No. It's definitely going faster. And it might be the extract at this point. Okay. Ooh, we're almost keeping up now. Doom, 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 do, do, do. Alrighty. Nice. Holding steady. Let's go 2. 2. Still holding steady. Let's go. But we're not. Ah. Okay. Let's go back to 1.5. Okay, the problem now is this transfer rate. Turn that off. Do, do, do. Do, do. 18. Dodo. Alrighty, and then 4 times 9, 36. So we need 20 more. Dodo. 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 Okay, let's do that. Holding steady. Okay. Need to set some more extract. Dodo. Dodo. Oh, and actually, I just realized. We would probably go straight from here to there. Dodo. 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 We're finally getting an excess at this point. Dodo. Cool, one's hanging out. Dodo, 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 dodo. Now we're not producing enough yet. But on the bright side, yeah, we're not producing enough fissile fuel. But on the bright side, at least, we are able to run this at a good rate. Let's do 4. Try to slow it down a little bit. Okay, we're still losing. Try 3.5. Still losing 3. Ooh, still losing, but just barely. Try 2.7. Okay. 2.5. Okay. 2. Oh, I guess this is only producing 1. So then that's even. So then all we'd have to do is change this a little bit to have this come out as a chemical. Then we can add more of these coming in, because all this is taking is the final product. So all we gotta do here then is eject off. That's not gonna work. We also need to turn eject off. There we go. So we need to clear both of these. Eject on. Crank this up to 10. Two. Okay, 10's too much. 5. 5's fine. 6. 6 is fine. 7. 7's too much. 6.5. Too much. 6.2. Still too much. 6.1. 6.1. Okay, it's literally just 6. 6 is our max right now. But that should help burn through all of this. And then we can move this forward, expand this, make more, make this faster. We're up to 19 polonium and 3 plutonium already. Very nice. Very nice. We're not having any transfer rate issues. Nuclear waste is decaying. And then all we gotta do, our extract is maxed, right? Yeah, our extract is maxed. then all we should have to do is increase this, maybe? I still haven't figured out if this actually does anything. And am I absolutely sure our extract is currently maxed? Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, overclocking the export doesn't do it. So 6 is our current max. But all we'd have to do, we don't even need this tank anymore. We just move these laser nodes around this flower and get more extractors connected to there. And it should be good. Alright folks, that's gonna do it for this morning. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you're subscribed over on YouTube and following over here on Twitch. I'll see you guys all next time.